All right, we're back from lunch and made a decision that we're going to put a coat of clear on it so I can go ahead and start inking and painting trim and blah, blah, blah. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'll put this clear over here for this paint.
Well, he should be.
Just pick off the canopy.
They say that wide receiver.
You got a sharp blade, John. This is a new blade.
I
It
should
has
have,
a point on it.
should have one.
It's kind of flat too.
Oh my God. I could have sworn I had some.
Yeah, this won't work.
Must have used them up. I got some downstairs. I have one laying right here.
I don't know what that is. I guess we'll have to wipe that off with alcohol. That looks like it's got glue in the corner there. That's where that is, glue. Not quite sharp enough. See, there's no point on it.
Just a minute.
Well, we have no watchers. What the heck? I figured you guys would be anxious to see what was going on.
They're having lunch.
Yeah, they're out to lunch.
So Jenny's out there running the lawnmower around the yard, eh?
Yeah. As usual.
See the snow blower too?
No,
No, she
dude.
doesn't do that.
She'll get out there with a shovel. And she'll shovel that whole driveway in 10 minutes.
I want some of what she's taking.
Yeah, I've always said that. It says that ain't natural.
Oh,
They all warned us when we moved in here.
Yeah, they did.
Said, don't try to keep up with her. You won't do it.
You don't want to.
hope I can get that off with alcohol.
Paint.
Yeah.
They're saying that wide receiver that killed that girl when he was going 150 miles an hour,
Mm-hmm.
looking at 46 years in prison.
But they used the excuse, well, I tried to slow down.
Yeah, to 120.
Mhm.
Okay, I hope I can get all that out. I guess maybe thinner, or I don't know what.
I don't know about thinner. I'd be more tempted just to scrape it off.
I'll try alcohol.
Well, yeah, first, but if it didn't do an etching. That's the problem, painting complex canopies.
Mm.
It'll be fine. We'll get it.
If the alcohol don't take it off, you can scrape it off and go and just start sanding, and keep getting finer and finer and finer, and eventually, the clear will make it clear again, just like.
Yeah.
Do rip on you.
Huh?
They do rip on you.
Yeah. Gotta get this shit off my hands. It'll be fine. Let's see this one.
Pain in the butt, isn't it? You can't scratch it, but you can't. You can't dig the paint out either.
Here you go.
We'll get it.
I'll fight start.
Yeah, it bled through a little bit. Had a little overspray, but that's okay. I'll get it off. Nothing to get too excited about. Nothing I can do about it. So. It's a matter of
What was
fixing
that
it.
that said, there's a woman
She's
looking in the mirror?
She's looking in the mirror, she says, I feel horrible. I look old, fat, and ugly. I really need you to pay me a compliment. And he says, your eyes are damn near perfect.
I gotta get on that side. I can't do it backwards. Well, not gonna move the camera. I gotta. So, you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm picking the tape off the canopy. John's there to answer your questions.
Yeah, he had a couple of little spots there. It bled through a little bit. It's nothing serious. We'll fix it. In case you missed that, he said that he's peeling the tape off canopy. That's right, Kevin. We'll fix it. Already devised a game plan. You got to sort of expect that when you got a canopy like this with a lot of windows in it and all that kind of stuff. You got to expect you're going to have that somewhere along the line. With all the sandings and everything, while that tape's on there for a long time. A lot of paint, a lot of working around it and rubbing on it and stuff. So. Actually, all in all, I think it's
It'll be fine.
great.
It'll be fine.
Pencil eraser with alky or thinner. You don't want to use thinner because you can't attack the paint outside of that area.
And a thinner would probably attack the plastic.
Yeah, and the thinner will milk up the plastic. So alcohol, and if Nick comes to pick, start sanding with some 2,000 or 3,000 grit sandpaper and go all the way up to about 5,000 grit, and then when you shoot clear on it, those little scratches will disappear.
All in all, it's not bad.
I mean, there's a lot of times I sand a canopy until it's milky white.
Yeah.
You can't even see in it. And shoot clear on it, comes out perfect. It'll fog up. Yeah, if you use thinner, it won't come out with clear. If you use thinner.
It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine.
Alcohol, especially 91 proof, you can wipe the paint off your airplane with that stuff.
There you go.
So very carefully with a paper towel wrapped around some kind of a stick or something where you can get in all them little corners, and just slowly start rubbing it off of there, and it'll come off of there without scratching the canopy or
We don't care about scratching the canopy.
milking it up or anything like that. Or etching it from, like, thinner will etch it. That's not good.
Where's the alcohol?
It was around the table somewhere. It was.
91.
I would say there's Q-tips in that container right there.
Okay, try this. If this don't work, we'll go to the scratch method. That works. Sort of.
Might have to use a couple Q-tips on it, keep them clean. Some of that's carding flash on there, tape flash.
That's a piece of tape right there. Same with that. There we go.
I don't know what kind of alcohol wipe pads do you got. If they're for diabetics, for giving shots and stuff like that, they're all right, but you got to watch out. Just a warning, not all of them have this, but some of them have lanolin and stuff like that in them. to make your skin soft and supple. That's basically an oil. So you gotta watch using that kind of stuff. If you got some that are just alcohol, that's great. But because of all these hand sanitizers and stuff that are using now, most of those have some kind of additives in them. So be forewarned that you might, read the labels on them and make sure, because you have to degrease it if it's got oils or something like that in it. Or
I think I'm gonna have to sand it anyway. Even though this got off most of it, I'll just zip up a little sandpaper. There we go.
Should be able to get all the flash off with that too. Beats having a card that
What?
can't be. We're using 91% alcohol right now.
That turned out okay. What do you think? That was okay.
Yeah, looks good.
That's a piece of tape there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I see blue.
Well, that would be a disaster to clear over the tape. It ain't now.
Not so sure if I take a little naphtha to that.
Like wax and grease remover.
Yeah. Because that alcohol will soften that paint up enough to smear it a little bit and cloud it like.
Okay.
And that stuff won't.
get a little on that rag. Yeah, it turned out good. A little concern there, but this worked out fine. And I think what John just said, cleaning that off with this, it'll be fine. You can tell there's primer on it because I got primer on the Q-tip.
Yeah.
Oh, got one in the corner there. I need a Q-tip. Did I take it off? Yep, that works better than this.
Well, this will remove glue and stuff, you know, like shouldn't eat the paint.
One right there. Rub right there in the corner. That might be a scratch where I scratched it.
Could be.
But if I sand that off, and then after I clear it, it should be all right, right? What?
It's cloudy right in there and right down there and right in there.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck to do about that.
Let me rub it with this more.
Alkyl on it. Five and two. At least you be clear tape. I don't know what that means.
I think you got a little spot. See that little spot? There's your spray there.
Hit it with the towel now. Hit it with the towel. Hit it with the towel. Ooh, stop.
Rub a little bit too much on the paint.
It don't matter. I'm going to paint the canopy a different color anyway. That'd be fine. What do you think? I should sand those off?
Well, I don't know. You know, if you sand one spot, you gotta sand the whole thing.
Not really.
I plastic polish.
Some what?
Plastic polish.
That won't do nothing.
It's made for boats and stuff like that.
I think we'll just let it go as is.
Big greenhouse canopy like that, man, that's a lot of windows.
I think I'm gonna take some 600 and sand those corners. And then shoot the next coat of clear on it.
I'd go finer than that. If it was me.
Oh, you got 8,000?
5,000.
Yeah, 5,000 won't get it out of there.
$3,000.
Now they take it with 600. It'll be fine.
There's some 3,000.
Too fine.
You think?
Yeah, just polish it.
Alright. You want to polish that scratch off of it, right?
It's not a scratch, it's paint. I gotta get the paint off of it. We're gonna clear it. Oh, what's this? Can't have that.
I think that what I would do, Sparky, is I'd take a paper towel and instead of using them Q-tips, because they're not fine in that point, I'd take something made out of metal and wrap a paper towel around it real tight. And that way you got sort of a sharp edge to rub with.
I'm gonna
The back side of a razor blade, not the blade side.
use this sandpaper right here. We'll get it.
There's more than one way to skin the cat. Dremel with a buffing pad.
I don't know.
There's one thing about power tools. They can actually be too aggressive. You know, I know a Dremel doesn't sound like much, but I just polished some aluminum molds with my Dremel tool and it did a great job, but can't control the RPM like you'd like to.
Well, whip out that crystal clear and we'll mix up a quart. Okay. Okay, that's that spot.
Do we have a gallon of that?
Yeah, it's in there.
This is top me.
You'll see non-tightening on it.
I'm not seeing a gallon of non-top me.
It's there.
Insignia white. White. Clear top neem butyrate. Thinner.
down here, non-taunting right here.
250, it's in there.
No, it's empty.
It's just one that there's 2 cans there.
Non-taunting.
That's it.
We got the shit here. I know we had one because they bought one.
Yeah, I remember having it. Just ran out of shelf space.
Probably.
What better place? The floor. Right underneath the paint gun.
Only need half, we're mixing a quart total.
Yeah. Fine.
Fine.
$50.
Yep. Maybe a little lighter on the clear, just a smidge.
Yeah. I like forgetting you.
Oh yeah, that's good. We're not, can always add, put more on, but
Right. Well, you want to, then it doesn't, it's too thick for me, it's 50/50 nowadays.
yeah,
Exactly 50/50.
add a little bit of retarder, like just a splash. Matt, don't add any retarder. We're gonna be painting this canopy. Retarder will melt the canopy.
Well, if you're too heavy on it.
We'll see what happens.
I've shot retarder, but it's very light retarder mix on, not having any problem.
What's the humidity now? 40% still? I had my airbrush here. I'd airbrush in where we were about wiping that stripe off.
Yeah.
I have to do it after, I guess.
It's a little about 40, but it'll dry out a little bit with
Heat.
heat. No retarder. The mad scientist mixing up experiment.
Okay, I guess we'll wipe it off with wax and grease remover.
Definitely gotta get some of that stuff.
I sanded the whole thing. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put the first coat of clear on it so that I can go ahead and start doing the trim at home. P47. Get your clear gun out. We need to start heating up the place.
Just cleaned out.
Yep. Where is the cow? It's up there. And you get it set up. You think it's gonna spray good?
I want good, clean, clear.
Clean, clear what?
Good, clean, clear, or thinner. But wash that out with. Is that full?
Yep. The thinner is worth more than the paint.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn on the heat. Sorry about all the noise, guys. We're doing business outside. Yeah, you're not the only one watching, but you're the only one typing. This is required.
That's good. Vinegar in there so we don't have to really flush that out.
Oh, I have it. Go ahead, grab the brain.
I don't have anything in there. Sure. A little bit of it. We have to change the setting a little bit. Just gotta make sure that it was over the top of the lid.
We're down to about 100 in here. About 45% humidity. I am the only one watching.
You guys, whole time.
There's 9 guys watching with 6 thumbs up. Like, subscribe, and share, and super chat if you can. We've had shit for super chat this month. Watchers, here, old control line pilot, I can hardly wait to see it with trim color, looking great. Well, that's coming. Trying to get a coat of clear on it right now, so I can go ahead and do a little trim color. We've got the seal that's gray in the end. And today's gonna be a 2-hour day. this thin or thicker stuff. Get too much thinner and it'll melt the canopy. Maybe just get a coat on it. Yeah, it's pretty thick. What do you think? 25% more?
Yeah.
Jim Lynn says, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's right, Jim. I'll teach you how to pour it out a gallon.
Yeah. This is gonna be too thin.
And I keep mixing them back and forth.
That should be good. That seems a little better.
I used to have a little, this cost the cups with the holes in them.
Yeah.
But
Well, lacquer's tricky.
yeah, I know. I never got used to using them.
Here, you've sprayed with this before. Got it pretty good?
Let's just wait for a second, see how it lays down. Did you do this whole stab?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get that. Got plenty clear there. Yeah, it's laying down, baby.
I just opened that just a quarter of a turn.
Definitely thin enough, it's bagging the silk span.
Biggest way to tell, you know this yourself already, but the biggest way to tell if you don't have enough thinner in it is it'll orange peel.
Yeah.
Real bad, it won't flow out.
How's your flow, linoleum?
Pull that trigger real hard when you pull it and it'll,
That's what I'm doing.
okay. It's got sort of a bottom in it. Ooh, she's looking pretty.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. The windy coat here.
All right,
I'm out of paint.
75% thinner.
Okay, that's 2 ounces of paint. Of course, we can put a whole gallon on this, it'll only add 3 ounces.
It's 2 ounces of paint thin, 75%.
Yeah. We can put a gallon on this, it'll only add 3 ounces.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that.
Okay.
It's sort of funny watching this while you're in there spraying.
Why?
The time delay. You're walking around and hear the spray guns going off and you're not shooting it wrong.
How come this stuff doesn't fog the room and smell as bad?
I know, it is fogging the room, it's fogging it out here.
Is
Yeah. It looks like it in the video too.
it? Must be getting used to it.
Yes, I'm gonna crack the door here in a second.
Well, hang on, I'm just about done.
You get the rudder on both sides?
You what?
You get the rudder on both sides?
I don't know, I hope so. I'm on the bottom now. Just about one more wing panel. get this, cowl. Doesn't look like it's blushing anywhere.
That's good.
I guess I gotta go. There's rudder. Rudder both sides. Oh, well, let's see what the guy said. Hey, from Brazil. Let's see what this said here. Says, Robert, you can't do that. Yes, I know. LB Silva. You can't do that. Yeah, okay.
Watch.
Watch and learn. Okay, so we mixed up 1 quart of crystal clear, which is non-tautening butyrate, and it 50-50, and it was too thick. So it was mixed in a quart like this. We mixed it 50-50. It was too thick. I added 25% more thinner. That's how much is left out of a quart. So I've used a 1/2 inch of paint out of a quart. You're not going to get any lighter.
That guy just took his bicycle, like a BMX type bike or trials type bicycle, and had a steel post about 8 foot tall in front of him, about 8 or 10 inches in diameter and 8 foot tall. And he took that bicycle sitting down at the bottom of it, jumped up, hung his front wheel on that thing, and then repositioned himself and jumped up there and balanced himself on the rear wheel on the top of that post, and then jumped down off of it.
Must be a trials bike guy.
Yep, he's definitely a trial rider. Okay, is that gas over now?
Yeah, fire up the heat.
there, and about 40% humidity.
Yeah.
That's where I'd be looking for it. I don't see any blood come out of anything. Always left dry upside down. Right on this.
That's what I get paid to about
75% that are in, it's dry pretty quick.
I'm anxious to see what it weighs.
Many cups. 2 cups.
Yeah, cups. Actually, one, not 2 cups. There's not enough on it to sand it.
No.
I can see some big time mistakes that I made. Can't fix it now. Nobody will notice it on the sun.
You get everything on it. Yeah, man.
Get downstairs, get the motor back in, get away. After lunch, it took an hour and 15 minutes to go to clear on it. I can fix it real easy when I'm looking at it. One photourethane. That
pay that close of attention to. I just threw it in there.
It's coming. I mean, I'm relatively happy. It's not perfect, but
Let's wait till you start getting all shit on it, and then it'll start really looking better. It'll cover up some of the faux pas that you're looking at. The drink lines on there and then start burying it in that clear.
only have one coat of clear on it, but I can't make too many mistakes.
Not if you're heavy-handed.
Yes, you could fly it right now. But that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is get maximum points. Get it off the stand here and down in the basement. Let's move this out of the way. Got it. I got it. Just give me the cowl. It doesn't feel any heavier.
Yeah. I understand that.
I have to get the camera.
Get your screws. I'll get the camera. Sure.
Yeah. Ooh. Mine. The line field. Get a weight on this puppy, bad boy. 63. And that's not good. Should be at 61.
And 62 and a half when you came over here.
Yeah. Slide that wheel on there. What the heck happened to my other screw? Oh, there it is. It's just pushing on it. It Let's see, this is the overflow. Overflow is this one. I don't know why I keep pointing that forward.
So, Pita tube.
Yeah.
I don't know why you hook all that stuff up every time. It doesn't make it change the weight any.
No, it just keeps it plugged off. Well, I need to go over and find the spots again. 80 ounces now. Right there's the big weight, 22 ounces for all this BS.
You could stick a VF46 in there, or 40, it probably weighs as much as that 75 does.
Yeah, it does. With half the power.
Yeah. Send it to Debbie, send a 40 to Debbie Jet and say, give it pylon racer power and stunt performance.
Yeah. On 5 ounces of fuel.
Yeah.
You guys put your guess of weight in right now. Probably gonna be 64. Theoretically, I could just polish it out and fly it as is. Wouldn't get no points for it, but
Looks like Joe's airplane.
yeah.
This is pretty doggone basic, pretty plain. wouldn't snug it down too tight.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It might glue itself.
Yeah.
Get that bump one away. Yeah. Well, we got any guesses on weight? What does it weigh? Right here. I gotta paint the inside of these doors, or the edges red. These are gray, and this will be black and white stripes. Still pretty nose heavy. $17.91.
$63.219.
So it only, you didn't even pick up an ounce today. But it's still gonna be over the limit unless we cut this down and change out the tank.
I mean, it looks bigger now that it's a little more shiny than it did when it was dull.
Yep, gotta get through the canopy. See, I got the same masks that I can put back in there. I knew I wanted to get them off. They've been on there a week.
Yeah, you don't want to permanently attach them. I was worried more about superfill getting up onto that and not breaking off cleanly, or I mean, it actually worked pretty all right.
Next week it'll be some of the trim, I guess. I got a week to trim it out. I don't think I'll do any ink, but you never know. I don't know. Not a whole lot for me to do in that
You
little
can't
room.
handle it. Once you ink it, you gotta be ready to shoot clear on it,
Yeah.
you know, or you might smudge it, or
You don't look bad down here in this light. I don't know what's up with that, those spots there though.
yeah, they dulled up. Probably super glue. I'm not, man, you use a lot of super glue. I use more wood glue than you do. But yeah, I don't know anymore. I've been using a lot of super glue too. I can't deny that fact, you know. It causes so damn quick.
Yeah, we don't have to wait a month for it to dry. 63.25. So that you're gonna add a half ounce of tip weight, 63.7. It's gonna be 66, 67 ounces.
Well, won't be 75.
unless we,
Well, we'll do something with that. We'll
Change
either
this out.
turn that down or get a different one and
change the tank out. But that's only if it balances. Let's see where it's balancing now. And it's gonna gas off a little.
yeah, but you're also gonna add 3 more coats of paint on it. It's still way nose heavy. It's a lot nose heavy. So any paint that you add, I think it'll be about right when you get it done. And that way, at least that way, you won't have to add tail weight or nose weight or anything like that. Even with you taking that weight out of the front, because it takes 6 or 8 times the weight there for the weight here, you know what I mean? An ounce here takes 5 ounces in the nose.
Yeah. Well, it takes 3, but
It depends on how long that nose is and where you can put it at. And that nose, you got a lot of room in there. You can put it all the way up right behind the prop, damn near. You know, or for that matter, use a heavy spinner. That's as far away from the CG as you can get.
I don't wanna add weight.
I'm just saying that if you had to balance it, these airplanes will fly surprisingly tail heavy.
Why? Because the controls are so slow.
And in fact, tail heavy in the wind is better than nose heavy in the wind. To a point.
Yeah, the canopy needs some more work.
Yeah, but it came out pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, you paint that red and get the pinstripes on it and all that stuff and the panel lines on it and maybe put you an ink line around here and up to here and get this ink line on there.
This is green back here. The top of it's green. It's green up to here. I wonder, should I do them checkerboard? I was going to. I gotta paint this white. Who knows what gets painted white. And then black checks.
Does that go all the way around?
No, if you remember, see, the front of it, this airplane is yellow, right here.
Right.
Right on that cowl line there, yellow. Then it goes back this way with a lightning bolt. Then I'll zig it up here and go back that way with a lightning bolt. And then in between that lightning bolt goes the checkerboards there and the checkerboards on the bottom.
Okay.
And then this right here, the top half is green, and then the back half will be green. I don't know what color I want to paint the canopy. Red would look good against green. It looked like Christmas.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna leave the front gray and the back half of it red
What?
on the cowling or on the canopy.
I'm thinking about it, doing it that way.
2-tone.
Yeah, so you can see where it splits, where it separates.
Yeah. I want to see you put all them little rivets on it.
I got my pounce wheel.
That'd be a good chalking thing.
Yeah, lamp black. There is so much work left to do on this, you can't believe it.
It's just how far you want to put it. The big stuff's not that hard. The checkerboard is probably the hardest thing out of all of it.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, checkerboards are easy now because you got a stencil machine. Because before you had to tape it off twice.
Right. Checkerboard's maybe an hour.
And then you had to strip the masking tape to whatever size checkerboards that you wanted and size wise. And
I'm happy with the canopy. It came out okay. I mean, it needs to be painted. There's some spots in it yet, but as far as
see all the little faux pas that you see in their panel lines and the changes of colors on lines will all hide. That stuff hides a lot. I mean, not that we're seeing a lot. People got to see this airplane in person to understand what we're talking about. You're picking the dickens out of it. I've seen airplanes in this stage, or even not even before this stage, that are 100 times worse, and the guy's going, "Wow, man, ain't that a good-looking airplane?"
no.
Or they're looking at it on their phone, watching the video, and say, "Man, that's a really beautiful airplane you got there." And you look at, there's wrinkles in the wingtips, and there's, it's like, man, what stuff are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I say, "Hey, pal, you could have done your wingtips better."
Or like that other person we knew,
Yeah,
the wingtips. Hey, add some wood.
pretty much. It does.
Anything that we're talking about is pretty minuscule, but when you go for the Nats judging, and you got somebody like Charlie Reeves and Jim Lynch, and those guys looking at your airplane, every little bit counts.
And their airplanes are in there too.
Yeah.
You're competing against them. Really, your points, you only have one contest where you got appearance points, and that's NAS. Almost everybody else has done away with it, except I don't know if Vintage Stunt Championship does points.
They do points.
So there's two of them, but almost everybody else, your local contests don't do it. They might do a concourse thing, the prettiest airplane that weekend.
Which is normally a pilot's choice.
I'll tell you what, when I was racing RC cars, I won concourse numerous times.
I got a whole room full of concourse trophies at home.
And I never used anything but a spray can paint. I never had a paint outfit or anything. I used duplicolored car paint and painted those clear Lexan bodies on the inside. I did a Coca-Cola car where hand cut masking tape, Coca-Cola and script backwards on the inside, both sides, all the way down the sides of both sides of the car, and the big swoosh and all that stuff, all backwards, because you did it from the inside.
Well, I'll sleep good tonight. I'll have that nice smell.
Yeah. I mean, just that one like coated dope on there. You say it gained 3/4 of an ounce with a coat of gray and a coat of clear.
Yeah. Well, what are we at? 63 1/4?
Yeah, 62 and a half. Yeah, here. I mean, that's not putting any paint on there, and it's covered.
Oh yeah.
It's covered. There's no see-through spots on it whatsoever. Yeah, that's that base coat tinning stuff. That's what does it. That airplane right now, if you hadn't have tinted that, it would have taken more paint.
Court.
More color paint.
Got no paint on it.
I mean, the paint that's on there is paint that you have to put on every airplane. It don't matter what the airplane is, because you got your 3 base coats on your wood, you got your 3 coats on top of your tissue paper. Those are 6 coats of paint that are on there. Paint, clear, tinted clear, which is, 1 tablespoon of pigment in a whole quart of clear.
I got no Dr. Pepper in there, so I'm drinking a beer.
Whatever.
Root beer.
A root of beer. The A&W.
Yeah, you gotta have 3 base coats to get the tissue on. You gotta have minimum 3 on top of the tissue to get it started, the base.
And most guys will use a lot more than that. They'll use 4 or 5 or 6 coats of bare wood and then use 4 or 5 or 6 coats on the tissue paper before they put their paint on.
Well, some of them guys, Wendy, Rick Gackabone, what the hell's the big guy's name?
Joe Adamusco.
Joe Adamusco. They got nice looking airplanes, but there's plenty of paint on it.
Now they got 15 coats of silver sanded in between each coat. They just keep adding silver's their primer.
Yeah.
They just keep adding silver until they fill in all the boogers. Primer and sand, or silver and sand, silver and sand, silver and sand. And then they just put a solid coat of metal on their whole airplane.
Yeah. I mean, they look beautiful,
Oh, yeah, they can't.
but that big Spitfire Joe's, I think it's 75 ounces.
I don't doubt that. Miss Awesome or whatever, is that one?
Miss Ashley?
No, the Spitfire.
Oh, I don't know.
Mrs. Awesome or Mr. Awesome. He had a couple of them.
They're beautiful, but man, I can't deal with all that weight.
Throw a band into the wind and
Well, guaranteed, right from where I'm at, one coat of urethane would put this on the front row after trim. Because any of the faux pas or whatever, the urethane will bury it, and you just block sand it and buff it. But is it worth that 3 ounces?
A lot of people say yes, but
And that's what it is. Don't tell me it only adds an ounce, because I know damn well what it weighs.
well, you can sit there and at the Nats, they post the weights of everybody's airplanes.
Yeah.
And you can see it. Just look at those front row guys.
Yeah, they're all 70 and up.
And you got guys, like Al Raby and stuff, he was going for that shine 92 ounces or something, and that B-17 that Paul Walker had was 104 or something, 100. I couldn't imagine flying something like that. It'd be flying me.
It would definitely be flying me.
I wouldn't be able to hang on to it, and especially not in the wind.
Yeah, let's see him fly that in the Nats wind this year.
Ooh.
It would be on the ground.
Or Wendy Sweeper. That thing had to weigh.
Did Paul Walker make the top five this year?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It was Joe Daly,
Joe Daly,
Gilbert, Orestes, and Fitzgerald, who was the 5th.
Well, what, Kenny Stevens?
No.
It wasn't Kenny, and it wasn't Derry. It wasn't Kaz, because Kaz wasn't there, right?
It was Derek. AMA Top 5 2021.
For the life of me, can't remember, and I should remember that, considering I was there.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Well, I just tapped on it. AMA, Academy of Model Aeronautics, Top 5 Nationals for 2021.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Are you stupid?
I'm just trying to do my job. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
Find me Academy of Model Aeronautics AMA National Championships Top 5 for 2021.
Baylor beat Gonzaga in the national championship by a score of 86 to 70 on
Nice
April
score.
5th, 2021.
We gotta simplify it.
Take me to the AMA website.
Here's what I found.
Take me to the Academy of Model Aeronautics.
Getting directions to Academy of Model Aeronautics.
Academy of Model Aeronautics website.
Here's what I found.
I don't want to log in, I just want to see the results. You can't do it on here, it's just ridiculous.
Probably on your website.
I know it is, but it'd take me a while to find it. Let's see here. Open forum. Been so many posts since then. Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you, who is the top 5 this year at the Nationals? Yeah. Come on, it's a computer, he said.
Just shows you how much priority that is.
Yeah. Well, we can't figure it out. So, do you think if I put the stickers on this and leave them on for the week, do you think it'll be all right until next weekend?
You already got them on there for a week.
On the paint. If I get the rondelles, put
All
on
the tape and all that stuff, no, I'd wait for a couple days probably. But I would completely plan out my paint. Maybe even do like you used to do by sketching it on the. I mean, just draw a rough picture.
I just
That
go,
way-
yep, that looks about right.
Yeah, I understand that, but
We got plenty of thinner in this, it should have stuck.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't like to leave tape on any more than I'm sort of a tape at the last second guy and shoot it, squirt it, and get the tape off of it rather than.
Dry right here. Gotta get a prop made, tank made.
Bring my airplane in here and hold it up to it, so, cause it looks bigger now. It's got some shine on
It ain't though. Go get it.
it. Go upstairs and get it.
You got one over there, don't you?
Now that you have. I need to bring it in here.
We're gonna show you the same airplane.
Yeah. Only stop.
John's gonna go get his Geo, which is the same airplane as this. Canopy came out good. I mean, it's got a few buggers in it, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm gonna cut some of that wiener off. Ain't all that dangling out there. A little bit of weight off of it. Of course, that'll be replaced by the zip tie. That looks big. Well, I painted clear today, so there's no excuse to just paint clear. Yeah. Matter of fact, yours is a little bigger, longer. The wingspans are the same, 60.
Well, yeah, it's the same wing, same stab and elevator. Then rudder different, fuselage is different.
I only gotta put them on.
Like a lighter set. I can come up with nibbler.
What those did?
No, the lighter set did.
And Nova doesn't need them anymore.
Hardly. The same brand wheels, just the lighter ones. they're narrower, don't have the heavy rubber.
When you did that, you can't believe what I thought, what the hell?
I did what?
Stick!
I thought the same thing. What the hell? And you know how fast your mind's working.
You see how fast I can move?
And yeah, finally. Didn't tell you to put your combat helmet on.
Don't let me forget my DC 540, my sandpaper up there. What else I got up there?
Allen wrench.
Huh?
Allen wrench. You
I
bring
got
it
that in
down
my
there.
pocket. Here's my green smoothie. Put that in here. Put some razor blades in there. Gotta have this. I saved this file though.
Yeah, good idea. I sort of figured you to take them off 3 or 4 times before this was over with. I mean, you're gonna have to take it off, paint the canopy anyway,
Yeah, where we rubbed it,
but I
rubbed
don't,
through.
I don't know that I would leave it off and leave it on there any longer than you really had to. I mean, that was a week
Yep.
on there, and you started leaving glue. So that's telling you, if it was any hotter than it was, I mean, if it's summertime,
It'd been
you
glued
might have
on.
had a catastrophe on your hands.
Yeah. My dashboard looks good in there. You can't see it.
Yeah, but there's one problem.
What?
I'm not gonna say it right now.
Well, go ahead and say it, because I don't know what it'd be.
The canopy should have been pushed all the way up,
Canopy should have
or
been.
the dash.
Yeah.
It should have been pushed all the way up underneath the overhang.
Yeah. It'll be-
Unless the real one's like that, I didn't say anything, cause you're looking at the documentation there, so. and
It's
I
floating in
don't.
there.
So, I mean, it's fine, cause you really can't tell. I mean, it's hard to even see it anyway.
Right, you gotta be up there. I barely see it from here.
But most of them go up hard.
Yeah. I would have had to round it or something to get it up go.
Yeah, they normally, they crop them corners off of them.
Oh, it's cropped, but it's up as high as it's gonna go cropped. I would have had to made it
Crop
smaller.
Even more, yeah, scale it down more.
It's fine as is.
Yeah, nobody will notice that. I mean,
It's lucky to have any detail in there.
they're not supposed to get up on them and look down in there at that. Whatever you can see from 10 foot away.
Well, that's the scale.
I know it's scale, but it's judging. They really shouldn't be sitting there with a magnifying glass going like that on the airplane. And if they are doing that, they're not doing it right anyway. Because they're not looking where they should be looking through the finish. I mean, spray shine's fine, it looks great, it's shiny and all that crap. Call me a traditionalist, I guess, maybe that's the key ticket to it.
Trust me, any of the imperfections on this airplane can be repaired with one coat of urethane. And you put 2 coats on it, like some of them guys do, they're really buried.
Yeah, look that thick.
You put it on, block sand it, get rid of it, and then put another coat on.
6 ounces, right like that.
Yeah, I'd love to do it, but then you can't repair it either.
No, that's the problem with that stuff.
You know, if you get a hole in the wing on this, it's not a big deal. You just put a patch on it and
Redope it and you're done.
yeah, you can't tell. Well, guys, I guess that's about it. Unless you want to join me tonight, I'll be doing something.
I know what I gotta do. I gotta start sanding on that and get that thing inked and.
You got a coat of clear on that?
One coat.
Ink her up.
I gotta sand 1/4 of one wing panel on the stab and elevator.
Get her done.
White sand, 600.
You got till April,
Yeah.
2 years later.
Well, not 2 years, is it?
Well, that's how long my high roller, that was built the same time my high roller was. My high roller was flown when Charles was here 2 years ago.
Yeah, maybe so. Might have been about the point that SV is right there. Well, I got the wing built for the SV. Now I got the fuselage pretty much built. I got to join that to the fuselage, or to the fuselage.
We're looking at 6 months.
Well, I'm not in any big hurry. I've got 2 other airplanes to fly. I got that thing, get it done. I got the Sunoco airplane.
You got a 75, don't you?
Yeah, it's in a Sunoco airplane in there.
But it doesn't run good or something?
Well, we had that other pipe on it, and I haven't run it since we changed that pipe.
There should be nothing wrong with
It's
it.
a good pipe that's on there now.
Yeah, 75 pipe.
Yeah, Randy. Wonder why he hasn't even sent me the pipe yet. I haven't heard anything about the 75s either. Lately, there hasn't been any updates on his.
When's it gonna be ready? When's it gonna be done?
Yeah, I know, I hate to pester him about it, but my money's already been spent and it's been cashed. When my money's been cashed, I start looking for things after a while.
Yeah.
I know he said pay up front, and I'm sure I'm not the only antsy about it.
Yep.
I mean, the last thing that was said when we talked to him, he was waiting for parts.
Yeah, it's not like they gotta come from China. They only gotta come from wherever Henry's shop's at.
Well, you know, he could have a supply chain problem.
Yeah.
You know, his materials may be coming from overseas, and they may be sitting out there in the harbor, floating around on the big boats.
I know steel has doubled, so maybe the price of the motors has gone up.
I already paid for mine in advance. It's a sold deal.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna end it, and we'll see you at home, and then back here next week for some trim. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines, and let's go, Brandon.
Toodles.